those of you who don't know, I have been undergoing an embouchure shift for the past month and a half or so. It started in late September when I got my braces off, and after a week I realized my old embouchure just wasn't going to cut it at all. Most people within a couple weeks relearn how to play. It just wasn't like that for me. It just wasn't getting any better, so the shift was really the only way to go. I used to play with just about only bottom lip in the mouthpiece, and my lip was sort of almost rolled out. I had, I don't know, I jutted my jaw forward quite a lot while playing, and my chin was pretty low. I sort of tilted my head down and my horn up, and that was how I played for quite a long time. That was how I taught myself to play. That was how the high notes worked for me. And back then I was pretty good at high notes, actually. Towards the end of my time with that embouchure, I was actually starting to get pretty good. And I'd get a lot of questions asking about how to play high, and I never really knew how to answer because I'd done it the wrong way. I'd sort of forced it. That's really not how you want to go about doing it. But anyways, now I have a much more uniform embouchure. It's about 50-50 in terms of lip position on the mouthpiece. I didn't think it would be possible for me to play like that, but it was really the only option after getting the braces off. I don't know, that really messed with me more than it should have. And we're going to be talking about the one trick that sort of helped me in this month and a half to get to the level I'm currently at. I'm still not as good as I was, and I don't know if I will be for the next couple of years, but who knows. Obviously, I'm no Rob Qualick, I think that's his name. I was playing his lick out of No BS 3 AM bounds, but you know, it's starting to get there, and there's one trick that sort of helped me get there, and it's not the mouthpiece. This is actually a very large mouthpiece. It's a Blessing 1.5C, and I got out a decent double F sharp on it. The trick I'm talking about is ab compression. So, when playing trumpet, there's right places for pressure and wrong places for pressure. Where you don't want pressure is here, on the chops. You don't want to... A lot of people just sort of jam the mouthpiece into their face to play high, and luckily braces sort of broke that habit for me, because if you push hard with braces, your lips are toast. You're gonna bleed all over the place. But so braces broke that habit for me, so that was a good thing. But a lot of people do that. That's the wrong place for pressure. Where you do want pressure is down here. Now, it's very specific. You don't want it here either. If you have pressure here, you're going to start getting headaches and lightheadedness, and you really don't want to experience any of that. You don't want to pass out during a lead trumpet show. But there should be some pressure down here. Imagine flexing your abs. Now, my abs aren't very good, obviously. I play trumpet. I don't play football or anything of the sort, and I'm not very athletic. But I can still flex my abs, and I can feel, you know, naturally, there's a lot of give. It doesn't feel very muscular. But if you flex, it should be a little more rigid. And this top ab here sort of marks the bottom of the diaphragm. And if you can squeeze the air a little more and put it under some more pressure, it'll go faster. Again, don't squeeze the air up here. Squeeze it down here. I'll try and give a little bit of a demonstration of a couple of high notes without the pressure, the abdominal pressure, and then with the abdominal pressure. I'm going to try and play a high C without using just about any abdominal pressure. I'm going to use as little as possible. It's pretty hard, sounds pretty bad. It feels kind of flat on the pitch. I'm having to raise my mouthpiece back to where it was before the shift. That's not really the way to go. Now, if I compress while playing that note, it sounds more like this. Now, that was a bad start to the note, but just to prove it, I'll do it again. It's a lot more powerful. You really make the note resonate by compressing the air more down here, and really, if the note resonates, it'll come out big. Like, I don't know, if you don't have a resonant sound, it sort of sounds fluffy and just doesn't project well. You won't be able to hear that from the audience if you're in a big band and you're playing like that. However, if you play like this, everybody's going to hear you. So that's sort of the main trick that has helped me sort of start to build my high register up again. Of course, I'm not where I was, and I probably won't be for a long time, but this is really what's getting me started here. This can be applied to all registers. You should use some degree of abdominal pressure, even on the lowest notes on the instrument. Without the pressure, it sounds like this. It doesn't come out as clearly at all, and in the middle register, it's applicable too. You're essentially making the air go faster. Everybody says, fill up your horn with air, and that's how you play. I believe it was Reynold Schilke who sort of debunked that. He didn't particularly debunk it, he just argued against it, actually. He said that that was nonsense. What you really have to do is excite the air. Make it go through your horn faster. And that's what this compression trick does. Again, just to recap, no pressure here, no pressure here, pressure here. This is where it counts.